Hi everyone. I was reading lesson 139 in our Course in Miracles. And lesson 139 says, I will accept atonement for myself. This is such a fundamental lesson because your soul function as a teacher of God, as an awakening consciousness, right? As a mind undergoing his or her spiritual transformation, is to accept the atonement for yourself. No one can do it for you. You can't do it for anyone else. Right? It's a personal decision to accept yourself as you truly are. Let's read a little bit from it because this is an amazing lesson. It says, here is the end of choice. Accepting the atonement for yourself is the end of choice. For here we come to a decision to accept ourselves as God created us. Right? And what is choice? Accept uncertainty of what we are. Choice is the idea that you don't know who you are. You're uncertain of who you are. He says, once you accept atonement for yourself, you're no longer uncertain of who you are. You've accepted yourself as God created you. All uncertainty is gone. Here's the end of choice. An amazing idea. And why is that? Because choice is the idea of uncertainty, of doubt. I said, there is no doubt that is not rooted here. There is no question that reflects this one, right? So any question on earth, right, in space-time being asked just reflects this one thing, right? There is no conflict anywhere in space-time that does not entail the simple, single question, what am I? That's all the conflict there is. Conflict is asking basically this question, what am I? That's what that conflict entails. That's what doubt entails. That's what choice is. It reflects that single question, what am I? Now, how could you possibly not know what you are? Everything in the universe knows what it is. Right? It's the thing by which it lives. You can't live if you don't know who you are. Amazing. It says, yet who could ask this question except one who has refused to recognize himself? Asking a question, what am I, is simply saying, I don't want to know who I am. I'm deciding against it. Right? I'm now going to pretend I'm doubtful about what I am. You're not doubtful. You're just denying constantly who you are. Right? Only refusal to accept yourself could make the question seem to be sincere. Right? It seems like a sincere question. What am I? Well, what does he say? Only refusal to accept yourself as who you truly are makes the question seem sincere. But it isn't, because you're the one that refused to accept it. The only thing that can be surely known by any living thing is what it is. From this point of certainty, it looks on other things as certain as himself. That's it. That's the only thing you can know for certain. Amazing, right? This is an amazing lesson. For instance, it says here, atonement remedies the strange idea that it is possible to doubt yourself and be unsure of what you really are. So once you accept the atonement for yourself, the question, what am I, becomes a senseless question. It's been answered, right? Until then, that's going to be the situation in which you find yourself. It's the situation of the world. The world tries to answer the single simple question, what am I? Whether it's through its religions, whether it's through its science, or any other manner. However, it cannot be answered thus. It just needs to be accepted, right? It's an acceptance. This is the death of madness, yet it is the universal question of the world. What does this mean except that the world is mad, right? Nothing the world believes is true. I love that line. Nothing the world believes is true, right? It doesn't know anything. It's denied its identity, right? It's a place where, it says here, it's a place whose purpose is to be a home where those who claim they do not know themselves, they know perfectly well who they are, but you've denied it, you keep denying it, so now you claim you don't know who you are, can come to question what it is they are. Everyone here tries to solve the riddle to himself, right? Where did I go? Where did I come from? Where am I going? How did I get here? Right? All these questions. But there's meaningless questions because You've denied yourself. You denied who you are. All you need to do is accept who you are, and the question is answered. So that is such an amazing. Nothing the world believes is true, right? This is why the thought system that A Course in Miracles tries to teach is the opposite of the thinking of the world, right? Because the thinking of the world keeps that uncertainty, that doubt alive, and will never recommend that you accept who you are, because that will be the end of the question. Amazing. Only acceptance can be asked of you for what you are is certain. Of course, what you are is already set in the holy mind of God, right? What you are is a fact. But it needs acceptance, right? We have a mission here. We did not come to reinforce the madness that we once believed in, right? You have a mission, right? Let us not forget the goal that we accepted. It is more than just our happiness alone we came to gain. What we accept as what we are proclaims what everyone must be along with us. Fail not your brothers, or you fail yourself. Look lovingly on them that they may know that they are part of you and you of them. You be that reminder to your brother of what he has forgotten, right? You be the light of the world. You remind him that he is whole and perfect as God created him. You be that alternative, right? In this world of doubt, in this strange world where no one apparently seems to know who he is. Your light, right? Your happiness, your peace that you carry with you communicates, right? He will want to know, how is it that you're so happy? How is it that you're so peaceful in this world of horrors, right? Because you've accepted the atonement for yourself, right? It's not even with words. You can teach with words, but you don't even need to. When you carry that light with you, right, that communicates. Beautiful, right? This does Atonement teach and demonstrates the oneness of God's Son is unassailed by his beliefs he knows not what he is. Today accept Atonement not to change reality. Reality cannot be changed, right? But merely to accept the truth about yourself and go your way rejoicing in the endless love of God. It is but this that we're asked to do. It is but this that we will do today. That's it, right? That's the sole responsibility of a teacher of God, to accept the atonement for yourself. You cannot accept it for someone else, nor can anyone accept it for you. This is a personal decision, and it's the end of choice. So read that lesson if you have a moment today. It's a beautiful, beautiful lesson, and I love you. And I'll see you out there.